What's going on, traders? Julian here, and it's about that time to do a market recap. If you were living under a rock today, you totally missed out on ACY. This was an incredible move. I want to talk about this trade, show you where I got in, where I got out, and what it ended up doing afterwards. And then, despite what all the haters have to say, I got some shorts that I want to talk about. A couple in particular that you're probably not going to want to hear, but you're definitely going to want to see. So I'm going to start off with ACY, and this was the low float stock that we were tracking. And you can see this thing popped up right through here. It halted right out of the gate, came back online, tried to push, halted again, blasted up, halted, sold off. I was watching this with a little bit of anticipation. I wasn't entirely sure what was going to go on here, but I will tell you this. I have a very, very simple rule when it comes to my strategy, and that is that when I see the setup, the perfect setup that I need to see, no matter what, I'm going all in. And what I mean by all in is I take my asset allocation model that I structure out and I go all in and I put my trade on and I manage my risk from there. And where that came through was right through here. There was this beautiful little area of consolidation right through here with VWAP and 9-day exponential moving average support. And it was a very, very simple understanding. When that level pops, I'm going to take this and I'm going to scalp it to the high of the day. Very, very simple stuff. And so what I was doing right through here is I broke out trade right through here. Price action popped, moved sideways, moved up over my first target, moved sideways, and got a little bit sketchy right through here. And I took profits at 618 after entering down in the low 5 range. Now, that is not a terrible trade. That is the trade that I put on most of the time. But you will see from time to time, like in the case of ACY, the price action can do some incredible things. And this is something that happened, and we watched this whole thing throughout the day. Now, what I did specifically was I traded trendline resistance breaking out. It squeezed and it went up to high of day. Very simple play. Now, when I was watching that and I was out, the one thing that I'm not doing through here is I'm not experiencing any FOMO. I'm not thinking about jumping back in. I actually don't care that any of this is happening. What I do care about and what I will sit and wait for is another pullback. Now, that pullback happened right through here. Now, to be completely honest, I thought to myself, this thing is up a bunch already. It did create a rounded bottom. I did get this peak right through here. I thought to myself, should I get back in? You know what? I'm not going to. And I'll show you what this where this would have happened. It would have happened right through here at this peak. Trendline resistance breaking out at about 966. I would have taken this up into the 11 mark, and then I would have adjusted my stops as I went, as I did down here. So that's what I do day in and day out on the long side of the trade. Now, I want you to hold tight for this next trade because a lot of you are going to hate this, and I'm fine with that, and I want to give this to you. There are going to be a lot of supporters that love this, and there are going to be a lot of long traders that are going to hate this. So I want to talk about AMC. Now, this is something that I was actually shorting, I believe it was last week, and it was a pretty nice trade on the short side. I did get a lot of flack for publicly talking about this, and I want to start off by reviewing that trade. Now, a lot of people, again, they're going to absolutely hate the fact that I was shorting this bellwether stock, I guess, with the Wall Street bets people all wanting to squeeze this thing higher. And so this is where this happened. We gapped down, rallied up. It was in this relief rally that I started to short this thing, and it stepped down, and then it found this little V-shaped recovery right through here. Now, here's the thing, and this is the honest to God truth. I took this thing into the close, and the following day, this thing started to move against me. Now, I did have a lot baked into this particular trade, and so when it came against me, there was a kill switch where I had to get out of this position, and I covered. Well, I didn't cover, but I sold the puts that I had. So I'm out of the short in this particular situation. Remember, gaps down, relief rally, steps down. I hit some targets, and then it moves against me, and I have to get out of the trade. So says my risk management. Now, here's the thing. Trading is about both sides of the market. So haters, if you think to yourself, man, this guy's an idiot, you know, you're not far off. But with that said, when it comes to this stuff, I'm pretty darn clever. And so what I was doing here was I was just monitoring AMC, waiting for it to pop back up on my scanner. And when it lost some of this value, which I figured it would have, then I was simply going to get short again. Where did I do that? Right through here. Today, this thing dropped like a rock. There was a little bit of a relief rally into a level of resistance prior support. And I simply did the same thing and started shorting. And I've got my stops up on this one. I've got enough baked in that I could take it into the close. And that's just what I do. I am a trader, which means that if you give me a long opportunity, I'm going to take it as long as it fits the criteria of what I need to see. If there's a short setup and it gives me the criteria that I need to see on the short side, I will short that as well. Like I'm not long, I'm not short, I'm directionally neutral. I'm an opportunist. This is what real traders are about. So if you're just long and you are against shorting and you're never going to short and you're only going to long, you're not a trader. It's just that simple. You can have a long bias, but you have to be open-minded to the very fact of the matter that stocks at some point are going to collapse. And if you are going long something and you've baked in a ton of profit and you're getting hit on the downside and it's time to take those profits out, a good trader will reverse and get into the opposite direction. That's what I was doing here. Broke down, it reversed, I got out. When it got back in line with the prevailing trend, I got back on the boat and boom, took it for a ride. That's AMC. I got a host of other short trades that worked out very, very well that I'm going to be talking about later on tonight. But for now, this is the market recap. I hope that some of this has helped. If you have any questions, by all means, feel free to reach out. Hit the comment below. And if you hate me for shorting, fantastic. I want to hear about it.